Welcome, Class 11 Biology enthusiasts. Today, we embark on an exciting journey into the world of biological classification, specifically focusing on the Five Kingdom classification and delving deep into Kingdom Monera. We'll start with the basics, then gradually explore medium, hard, and finally, the most challenging aspects of this fascinating topic, preparing you thoroughly for NEET. Let's begin. Ready to uncover the secrets of the simplest life forms on Earth? Let's dive into the easy level and meet the fascinating organisms of Kingdom Monera. Kingdom Monera is one of the five kingdoms proposed by R.H. Whittaker, a cornerstone of biological classification. This kingdom is unique because it houses all prokaryotic organisms. What does that mean? It means their cells lack a true nucleus and other membrane-bound organelles, making them structurally the simplest forms of life. Think of bacteria and archaebacteria; they are classic examples of monerans. So, what are the key features of these tiny organisms? Firstly, their cell type is prokaryotic. They possess a cell wall, but it's non-cellulosic, primarily made of peptidoglycan in eubacteria. Monerans are always unicellular, meaning they exist as single-celled organisms. When it comes to nutrition, they're incredibly diverse. Some make their own food, being autotrophic, while others are heterotrophic, obtaining food from their surroundings. And how do they multiply? Primarily through asexual reproduction, most commonly by a process called binary fission. Examples include the familiar Lactobacillus in curd, photosynthetic cyanobacteria like Nostoc and the Wallace mycoplasma. Time to test your understanding of the basics. Here are 3 practice questions for you. Pause the video, answer them, and then check your knowledge. Which characteristic defines Monera? What's the main component of eubacterial cell walls? And can you name 2 examples of monerans? Good luck! Now that you've got the basics down, let's level up. We are moving to the medium level, where we'll explore Monera in a bit more detail, including their types and diverse lifestyles. R.H. Whittaker's five-kingdom classification, proposed in 1969, is a fundamental concept. It categorized life based on factors like cell structure, body organization, nutrition, and evolutionary relationships. Kingdom Monera sits at the very foundation, representing the earliest and simplest forms of life. These organisms are incredibly abundant, thriving in almost every habitat imaginable, from scorching hot springs to icy snow and deep oceans. Their simple appearance hides a remarkable complexity in their metabolic processes. Let's explore the 2 main groups within Monera. First, eubacteria, or true bacteria. They have a rigid cell wall and often a flagellum for movement. This group includes photosynthetic autotrophs like cyanobacteria, which contain chlorophyll A and are vital for nitrogen fixation. Then there are chemosynthetic autotrophs, which obtain energy by oxidizing inorganic substances, playing a crucial role in nutrient recycling. And finally, the most abundant group, heterotrophic bacteria. Many are decomposers, but some are pathogenic, causing diseases, while others are incredibly useful in industries like food production and antibiotic synthesis. Next, we have archaebacteria, the ancient survivors. These organisms are famous for living in the most extreme environments on Earth, like very salty areas, hot springs, and marshy lands. Their ability to survive such harsh conditions is due to their unique cell wall structure, which differs significantly from eubacteria. We categorize them into methanogens, which produce methane, halophiles, found in extreme salt, and thermoacidophiles, which thrive in hot and acidic environments. Their unique adaptations make them fascinating subjects for study. Alright, let's consolidate your knowledge with 5 medium-level practice questions. Think about Whittaker's criteria, differentiate between bacterial types, and recall the roles of chemosynthetic bacteria and archaebacteria. Take your time, and push your understanding further. Ready for a challenge? We are now entering the hard level, where we'll delve into the intricate details of Monera, including their classification, ecological roles, and economic importance. Let's refine our understanding of eubacteria by looking at their shapes. They can be spherical, called coccus, rod-shaped, or bacillus, comma-shaped, known as vibrio, or spiral-shaped, spirillum. Beyond shape, bacteria are further classified by gram staining, which divides them into gram-positive and gram-negative based on their cell wall structure and by their oxygen requirements. This detailed classification helps us understand their diversity and specific characteristics, crucial for identification and treatment in medical contexts. A critical distinction lies between archaebacteria and eubacteria. Archaebacteria lack peptidoglycan in their cell walls, unlike eubacteria. Their cell membranes feature unique branched-chain lipids, providing stability in extreme conditions, a feature absent in eubacteria's straight-chain lipids. Furthermore, archaebacteria poses multiple types of RNA polymerase, resembling eukaryotes, while eubacteria have only one. These fundamental differences highlight their distinct evolutionary paths and adaptations to diverse environments. Monerans are ecological powerhouses. As decomposers, saprophytic bacteria recycle nutrients by breaking down dead organic matter. They are central to the nitrogen cycle, with some performing nitrogen fixation, converting atmospheric nitrogen into usable forms. Others carry out nitrification, transforming ammonia into nitrates, or denitrification, returning nitrogen gas to the atmosphere. Economically, bacteria are indispensable, from making curd and antibiotics to bioremediation and producing biogas. However, many are pathogenic, causing diseases in humans, animals, and plants by producing toxins or invading tissues, making their study vital for public health. It's time for some hard-hitting questions. Here are 7 practice questions to deepen your analytical skills. Describe bacterial shapes, differentiate between archaea and eubacteria, explain bacterial roles in the nitrogen cycle, and discuss their economic importance. These questions will challenge you to connect various concepts. Welcome to the hardest level. Here, we'll dive into the ultimate depths of Kingdom Monera, exploring their ultrastructure, advanced metabolic pathways, genetic mechanisms, and profound impact on life and technology. Get ready for a competitive edge. Prokaryotic cells, though simple, possess complex ultrastructures. Their cell envelope includes a glycocalyx, cell wall, and plasma membrane. The cytoplasm houses a nucleoid, plasmids, and 70S ribosomes. Specialized appendages like flagella, villi, and fimbriae serve for motility and attachment. Gram staining, a key diagnostic tool, differentiates bacteria based on their cell wall composition. Gram-positive bacteria retain crystal violet due to a thick peptidoglycan layer, while gram-negative bacteria, with a thinner layer, stain pink. This distinction is vital for understanding antibiotic susceptibility and bacterial identification. Monerans exhibit an astonishing metabolic diversity. Photoautotrophs like cyanobacteria harness light, while chemoautotrophs oxidize inorganic compounds, driving essential biogeochemical cycles. Some are photoheterotrophs, using light but needing organic carbon, and most are chemoheterotrophs, relying on organic sources for both energy and carbon. Their ability to perform anaerobic respiration using alternative electron acceptors allows them to thrive in oxygen-deprived environments, showcasing their incredible adaptability and resilience in diverse ecological niches. While binary fission ensures rapid reproduction, genetic recombination is crucial for bacterial evolution. Transformation involves the uptake of naked DNA from the environment. Transduction is DNA transfer via bacteriophages, while conjugation involves direct DNA transfer through pili between bacteria. Plasmids, extrachromosomal DNA, often carry genes for antibiotic resistance or virulence, significantly contributing to bacterial adaptability and the rapid spread of advantageous traits. This horizontal gene transfer is a powerful evolutionary force, allowing bacteria to quickly adapt to new challenges, including the development of antibiotic resistance. Archaebacteria, the extremophiles, showcase remarkable survival strategies. Halophiles maintain osmotic balance in high salt. Thermoacidophiles possess heat-stable enzymes and branched lipid membranes for integrity in extreme heat and acidity. Methanogens utilize unique metabolic pathways to produce methane in anaerobic conditions. These adaptations not only highlight biochemical diversity but also provide insights into early life forms and potential extraterrestrial life. Their unique characteristics have also led to significant industrial applications, from bioremediation to the production of enzymes for various industrial processes, further cementing their importance in both fundamental biology and biotechnology. Challenge yourself with the first 5 hardest level questions. These require deep analysis of bacterial structures, genetic mechanisms, extremophile adaptations, and ecological roles. Think critically about how these concepts interlink and their broader implications. Here are the remaining 5 hardest level questions. Delve into the specifics of bacterial nutrition, the impact of biofilms, differences in toxins, evolutionary relationships, and diverse industrial applications. These questions will push your understanding to the competitive level required for any ET. You've journeyed through the fascinating world of Kingdom Monera, from its basic characteristics to its deepest complexities. We hope this comprehensive exploration has strengthened your understanding. For more such engaging and in-depth content, make sure to visit synapse.omaps.in. Don't forget to like this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to our channel for continuous learning. Keep exploring, keep learning, and keep excelling. See you next time.